This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Well, last week we had a discussion about what was the most disappointing game. And it sparked a lot of debate because everybody was pretty much in agreement with a couple of games that they felt that were kind of disappointing. Alter Quest, a Bard Song they were a little disappointed with. At no point was any of that my opinion. Even though, I do have certain thoughts on both those games. I love dungeon crawls. I'll play just about anything pretty much. But, there are things that are good and there are things that aren't that good. But the one that caught me off guard was people complaining about Shadows of Brimstone and saying, it's not that good. They don't fulfill everything. And I went, whoa, wait a minute. They're really slow fulfilling things. They're slow coming out with the game. Is that an indictment of the company or the game? Because the game, in a lot of people's opinion, because when we finally came out with the reply to this and said, hey, this is what everybody thinks, a lot of people went, whoa, wait a minute. This is one of my favorite dungeon crawls of all time. And I have to admit, Shadows of Brimstone was one of mine as well. People get sour and take it against the game when a company fails. Okay? Not fails, but doesn't have the organization or the wherewithal to get things out. And then it becomes an indictment on the game. And that's more or less what people are doing. Oh, the heck with SOB. I've been waiting for adventures. I wanted to play the Viking thing. It's been 3 years. Why should why should I wait this long? And this isn't the only thing that has happened. You take an all-time classic like Kingdom Death Monster and Adam Poots and the things that he's done, how he's changed things, how there's been Kickstarters. People don't have the things that they want. They change the Kickstarter in the middle. Now all of a sudden it's, this game, forget it. They become frustrated and they blame it on the game. But I think it really comes down to just another question. Who are the most disappointing companies out there? Okay? Not the game. You could be disappointed in Flying Frog games, okay? Hey, there's supposed to be 2 expansions for, a couple of games that they've had, and they never came out. Okay? People paid for. Okay? Do they take things at a snail's pace? Not all companies can be Chip Theory Games. Okay? Not all companies can be CMON that come out with things pretty much on time. Except recently where they had a little bit of problem with a shipping partner, but it wasn't them. But these things happen. Why blame the game when you should be blaming the company and the communication from the company? Okay? And I wonder where you guys feel are some of the most disappointing companies out there. What company has disappointed you? Has come out with a good game finally, but disappointed you in the process? Because this isn't to hurt any company, but maybe you have a company take a look and, maybe if there's somebody that everybody feels is one company that just doesn't get the job done properly, then maybe they hear the people enough that they go, hey, if we're going to want to stay in business in 2023, 24, and 25, we need to get our stuff straightened out. Because when the people speak, sometimes companies listen. Sometimes they hear, especially if you scream loud enough. Squeaky wheel always gets the oil. always gets the oil. So I wonder, instead of blaming the game, I mean, do you guys feel that Flying Frog doesn't come through for you enough? Or other companies don't come through for you enough? Has there been a number of bigger companies or smaller companies that have completely let you down? Haven't fulfilled what they promised to you? Whether in Kickstarter or retail or promises all along? Who do you feel stands out? I couldn't put my finger on one per se. I've always gotten everything I ever wanted from Flying Frog. I've got everything I could possibly need for Kingdom Death Monster, to be honest with you. And I just couldn't put my finger on somebody that disappointed me because, number one, I don't do Kickstarters. So, that comes into the realm of Kickstarters with communication, follow through, and all this other stuff. Is Blacklist Games one of those ones that has disappointed you with Alter Quest? Okay, and then this supposed mini the Fantasy Series 1 stretch goal fiasco. Okay, that disaster. Okay, have they gone from, hey, Street Masters all the way down to, oh God, well, I don't know if I could get another game from them. Has a company disappointed you so much that you don't feel that you can trust them anymore? Once they've lost your trust, can you buy another game unless they come out with something really fantastic and really stand out? And also, don't be afraid to put some of the best companies out there that have come through. When I start thinking of the companies that always come through, I think of Chip Theory Games, Flying Pig Games, dead on the money every single time. GMT, how they operate and do business. I can go on and on. I can go on and on. Renegade Games, I don't want to leave anybody out. And I can list probably a 100 companies here, and that there are more companies that I'm more impressed with than there are ones that disappoint me. And I'm trying to think of ones that disappoint me, to be honest with you. I'm looking at here on the thing, and I'm trying to figure out somebody that I've scratched my head with. But this is to be put out to the community. Who do you feel disappointed you? Don't be afraid to tell me who you feel is top notch. Because the next video that we do on this, when we do the follow-up video, is going to be, hey, something? These are the ones that have disappointed, and hopefully you guys can straighten your ship. But also, hey, if you want to do something, model yourself after these high-class companies that do everything right. Good communication, smart products, good solid games, good components. They don't skimp. Okay? Listen, not everybody can hit a home run. No, not everybody can hit a home run. Or it'd be easy. Everybody'd be making a game. Okay? Everybody'd be designing a game if they could. Okay? I know for one, I couldn't design a game to save my life. I could come up with a couple ideas to make something more fun for myself, homebrew something. But if you ask me to have the imagination to do it from the start, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of vision, heart, and determination. That's why it's kind of hard to say what company could disappoint you when they gave everything and they laid it on the table. Or did they? Are there companies that just take your money and then kind of lose their momentum? Do they put out a game and just go, phew, okay, we had to cut some corners? You know what I mean? Are there places that just you don't feel they put their heart into it? I'd like to know what you guys think, and then do a follow-up video on this. I think it'd be very interesting to see what the response is, how people respond to it. Do you blame the game? No, you shouldn't blame the game. Blame the people that put out the game. Especially if you're not getting what was promised. You know? A great game like Shadows of Brimstone, which I find remarkable, should never get the blame, should never get the heat. It has to be considered in people's top 50 games of all time. It has to be. Just for the magnitude, the imagination, the fortitude, the endurance of it. It's been around for a while. Look at all the great stuff out for it. I don't think you can play through all of it. I don't think you could. I don't think you can paint all of it, even though I've tried. It is a remarkable system, a remarkable game. And one that I enjoy more than anything. But, the responses just really caught me off guard. And you have a lot of people going, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, don't blame the game. Let's take a look at, the things that are missing and why they're missing. And why that put a bad taste of that game in our mouths. I could see that. I could see people not following through with things, putting a bad taste in your mouth about a game. But is it because you love the game so much that you want to have all that stuff that you were promised and given? Are the game mechanics so bad? That's what you look at. So what companies disappoint? What companies do you find more disappointment? What company doesn't follow through, communicate, and give you the things that you want to know, and you want them to know it, and say, hey, listen. Hey, they may never see it. They may never see our videos, but we can try at least. Or maybe we reach somebody and they respond and say, hey, you know something? We've gone through some things and maybe we should have done something a little better. Have some faith in us. Maybe we can get that out of it. Let's try to look at the positives. Now, let's not be negative. I don't like being negative. Unless it concerns people that need a good receipt. So, I look forward to your comments and what you feel. To put in the comments here. What is a game? I mean, what is a game company that has disappointed you and that you hope that they can right the ship? What are the things that disappoint you about it? Don't just say, oh, you know what, they put out crap. No, what have they put out and why don't you like it? How do you feel that they put their hearts into it and you just didn't like it? That's a different story. Because not every game's for everyone. But a general consensus where people feel, you know something? We feel cheated by this. And I really look forward to seeing what you guys feel about this and how you feel about this. And how this got sparked over what I consider one of the best games ever made. Shadows of Brimstone. I'll always be a big fan. That's for Doggone Sure. All right, folks. I look forward to your comments. Or email me at novaprime860@hotmail.com. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.